Welcome, graduate students. In this brief video, I'm going to try to keep it short, under 4 minutes. I'm going to give you what I think are some of the highlights in the readings. Schrecker in chapters 1, 2, and 3 talks a great deal about the early years, 1915. The year 2014 is the 99th year of the AAUP since its founding. But a lot of things have happened in society, wars, and new colleges and so forth. So you get a brief summary of the major factors. In particular, the 1940 Statement on Principles of Academic Freedom and the AAUP's position, no tenure, no academic freedom. It talked about the foundations of the peer review, faculty evaluating faculty, which if you follow that thread, it's right up through accreditation today. We still use the concept of peer review. It's an important evaluative function and professional responsibility in higher education for everyone, not just faculty. And then she talks a lot about the McCarthy era and when higher education was greatly under attack. She talks about the case of Scott Nearing, that some of you may have heard me give a mini lecture to in the previous class. He was a very influential professor at the University of Pennsylvania who was attacked for his more liberal views. He decided to leave there and he actually went to a college in the Midwest. But the important point was that when he was accused, he never was allowed a hearing. So that was a principal change at the University of Pennsylvania and in the foundations of policies at all schools, that whenever a faculty member is accused of anything, they absolutely have to have a hearing so that their side is presented. And then, of course, Chapter 3 gets into the moving along at 20 or so years at a time into Berkeley, the University of Buffalo, and the big cases having to do with the time of the war in Vietnam, the selective service issues, and the basic backlash against higher education that came after that. So that's just a quick summary, and you're going to meet our author. She's one of the videos in the lecture folder this week. Boyer gets into the big issues about the foundations of scholarship, and his basic thing is a scholarship over time, and the important contribution from the first 2 chapters is his concept of a scholarship teaching is a form of scholarship, and he did the foundation of the 4 points of discovery, integration, application, and teaching of knowledge. And as you'll see later, this goes on to the whole thing of the scholarship of teaching and learning, which is a big part of faculty development today, and that's his foundation piece in those first 2 chapters. These early chapters in both books are very important. Also this week, as I mentioned earlier in my welcome, be sure to familiarize yourself with the entire syllabus. The other readings include that by Philip Outback, who's a major scholar, teaches at Boston College at the Center for International Education. A very interesting piece by O'Meary and Tarusky on the focus of learning, which is one of the delivery models that faculty, all of us, are primarily responsible for. And as I mentioned, there are several videos, and the first discussion board is to introduce yourself and talk about what does academic freedom mean to you. So that's the summary. This is to get your feet on the ground, so to speak, and focus on what the assignment is for the first paper, so you have some idea and you're prepared, because it's only 2 short weeks away. Okay, that's my highlight for week 1. Thank you.